Welcome to the Push Ball Black Show. I'm your host Christian, and this is the Bearscast for Week 10. Bears win. They shocked the Vikings, even though I feel like that game shouldn't have been as close as it was at all. 19-17. All right, so let me tell you how this went. So I normally, when I got NFL Plus so you can watch the games. I got NFL Plus. I got a smart TV, so you can watch the games mobily on NFL Plus. I also have cable. My apartment complex is making me pay for cable and internet, which I don't use because I don't use the internet because community internet is stupid slow. So I still have my own internet. I just didn't. Like, my apartment knows, but they're not going to make me change it. So hopefully we get out that contract. So there's like an extra $70 added to my rent because like community cable and internet. So typically when it's a local game here, when it's a local game, when it's like a national game rather, I watch it at the house, which is why when I watch it at the house, I do quarterly like breakdowns of what I see, and then I put them all together. So I get an email from my cable company, Spectrum. Hate Spectrum, saying that hey, there was some channels that was incorrectly put on your cable. Those will be rectified. I ain't think nothing of it. Maybe I got a movie channel that I wasn't supposed to get. I don't care because typically I don't watch cable, so except for sports. So I figured like this wouldn't be a big deal. I turn on my Spectrum just to see if this is a national game because the Bears have had national games recently, so I wouldn't have to go across the street to the local watering hole and listen to the radio and watch the game up there. And they took all the local channels, all of them. They took all of them out of my cable. So the one thing I did watch the cable for was local channels. Took all local channels off. So I was like, all right, but I didn't know that, and I woke up this morning, looked at it, I'm like, dang. I check NFL Plus. NFL Plus says regional broadcast. So I'm thinking like, okay, it's a regional broadcast. I'm not thinking it's their national like noon game. So I get up, get ready, put my Bears gear on, roll across the street, get to the thing, get to the thing. They already got a table for me because I've been going there for 2 seasons now. Two. I've been here for 3 leases. Yeah, I've been going there for like 2-3 seasons now. So they got a table for me. They know what game I like to watch. They know what screen is on. They turn everything on. I put on NFL Plus just to get the radio feed. The damn, like, they already got not my order, but they already got water for me. I'm like, I look down and it's the Fox game of the week, man. It's like Brady and whoever is the number one dude. That's their number one game, and I'm like, shit, I'm here now. So I watched it like the regular way. So I watched the game in the bar, listened to the radio feed like I normally do. But I'm kind of mad. But I'm mad because I'm like, damn, I could have saved some money this week and not go out. But anyway, I don't really know because they won the game, and this is gonna be. I feel like these are gonna be games where this is gonna be a season. Like they're 7-3 now, so I don't know if they're good. They're better than last year. They're better than. This is probably one of the best teams that I've witnessed since Lovey's been the coach of the Bears. but that's not saying anything because it's still the Bears are still inconsistent. They're still annoying. Like as a Bears fan, it was annoying because the cool thing about today's game really was Caleb only got sacked twice, and his elusiveness and able to throw things away and he didn't turn the ball over. There wasn't any interceptions or anything. He only got sacked twice, and he was able to move around. I'm going to give his inaccuracies and his deep ball inaccuracy an excuse because Brian Flores blitzed him like crazy, and he had crazy hurries. It was like 32 dropbacks. He got hurried like 13 times, got sacked twice. So it seemed like he was always under duress, and there were drops. So I didn't watch the national. I didn't listen to the national feed. I could have, but I didn't. Because quite honestly, I like the radio feed better. Like the local radio feed better if I can help it. So I don't really know like what nationally they were saying, but I will say that like the offense is still to me kind of it's not consistent, and I feel like the Vikings. Real quick about the Vikings. Brian Flores and the way that defense plays are the only reason that the Vikings are even in the game. And what I'm about to say about J.J. McCarthy is hold on, let me get his name actually correct. McCarthy, yeah. What I'm about to say about J.J. McCarthy is not bad. It's just he's limited. Like, he's not a bad quarterback. It looks bad because he's a rookie, and this is his first, like, season. So he still doesn't know what the hell to do. But he's not, like, talented. There's nothing there's nothing in his toolbox of, like, skills where it's like, ooh, he's amazing, right? We knew he was accurate in Michigan. They didn't really ask him to do a lot as far as his arm and stuff. And as far as like the NFL goes, he's not. I feel like in certain situations, and then the Vikings is in one of these situations where he's going to be successful. He just needs another year or maybe another couple years. His talent is not good. He's not talented. But he's accurate. But he's limited his balls. And that's what happened today. And even still, like, he got comfortable in the fourth quarter, which is what happened the last game they played. And he was able to pull the drive together, and he was able to, get a lead real late in the fourth quarter. And special teams saved our ass, the Bears' ass. So the Bears, like, I'm not gonna rant about this game because they won, but it's still the Bears are inconsistent too. They're 7-3, but the defense got 2 interceptions today. The special teams played good today. We still led. They still led in penalties. Caleb was rushed, but inaccurate, but accurate enough to where he wasn't making dumb mistakes, and the running game was decent. So they won. And they're in first place. So Detroit plays tonight, so I don't know how that's going to go. So I'm not going to discount this team they're in their first place. They're 7-3. I don't see them as dominant. I see them as exciting. Like, I know that they're going to be, like, they have a really good shot of beating Pittsburgh next week. Like, Aaron Rodgers may do some Aaron Rodgers gunslinger shit, but I feel like they have an opportunity to beat Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is still, because Tomlin's not an offensive coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have an offensive, like, if they got a dope quarterback, that's their offense. And they got a dope quarterback, even though Aaron Rodgers is old and weird. he can do some Aaron Rodgers shit, or he might not. But it's not like Pittsburgh is like this offensive juggernaut that scares people. So I feel like the Bears can win that game and be 8-3, but it could also be boring or annoying as hell because they're not good consistently, and it might be some like crazy comeback shit. And to me, comebacks are cool, but you shouldn't like live your life as a football team on comebacks all the time. So I'm not gonna hate on the fact that they won. They won. I'm happy. I was in the bar when they when JJ McCarthy when he did that drive, and when he led that drive and they ended up scoring. I was like, where's the defense at? Because they couldn't figure out how to stop the Vikings in that last drive that they had. And I was like, that's ridiculous. You've been able to stop the Vikings all game, but now y'all don't know how to stop this team. And then when that kickoff return happened, and then the little running game to set up the field goal, they won. But the Vikings are a bad football team. They got a hell of a defense coordinator. They got a hell of a quarterback coach and a head coach. But McCarthy is still him. So he's limited. And I feel like if there was another team, or I feel like if there's another quarterback, it might not have been as favorable as it was. And McCarthy still ended up almost winning that game. So this isn't a rant. Like, I'm happy they won, but I just feel like I don't know how to. This isn't the Matt Nagy year. It's not. And I'm telling myself that it isn't the Matt Nagy year, where not the coach of the year, even though I could say that this is the coach of the year, because if they end up doing some crazy like 12 or 13 and 4 shit, then Ben Johnson's going to win coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they go on a crazy run, Ben Johnson's going to win coach of the year, because look what happened. Look the turnaround from last year to this year. But just, I think I said it on one of these podcasts before, that the year that they won they got in the playoffs and they were okay and they were just winning games they had no business winning. That was the year where it was like, okay, I'm going to take the win, but damn, like, this is how we supposed to do this? And that's kind of how I feel like with this team. Like, I feel like, yeah, they're learning how to win and they're doing all this other stuff, but it's not comfortable. Like, they've only had a few wins where it was comfortable, or a blowout win, or Caleb looked competent, and, you know what I'm saying, everybody looked like on their square. Whereas it's like defense got 2 interceptions and you're playing a team that doesn't really have a talented quarterback. He's just okay. Like, I feel like J.J. McCarthy, if he's in San Francisco, is one of those, like, I feel like he's going to end up being in San Francisco somewhere, like, at some point, having, like, an amazing season, because it's San Francisco, and that's what they do to average quarterbacks. They make them look really, really good, and the talented quarterbacks don't look as good because Kyle Shanahan. But I feel like in any other situation, like, I honestly feel like after this contract with J.J. McCarthy, if he doesn't get markedly better, which I don't see him being, you got a starting quarterback that's probably a career backup if it wasn't for his rookie deal. And I feel like, and again, he's almost pulled this shit out. So let me get you the stats, and I'll get out of here. So Caleb Williams, 16 of 32, 193 yards. Passing, he got sacked twice, hurried 13 times. DeAndre Swift, 21 carries, 90 yards. Caleb Williams, 4 carries, 26 yards. Let's see. Cole Kmet, 5 receptions, 45 yards. Roma Dunze, 2 receptions, 41 yards. Colston Loveland, 3 receptions, 40 yards. Luther Burden, 3 receptions, 27 yards. DJ Moore, 1 reception, 18 yards. And let's see. Kyle Monangai, 12 carries, 23 yards. He had the 1 rushing touchdown. Let me see. Yeah, that wasn't even a passing touchdown. I could have sworn there was a passing touchdown, but there wasn't one. There was just the 1 touchdown of the 1 rushing touchdown of Kyle Monangai. Yeah, see, they won. They won. It was a tough game. It was an annoying game. They pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is more of a coaching win than anything else. But yeah, man, on to next week. I'm not gonna belabor the point here. I'm glad they won, but I feel like it shouldn't have been as close as it was. I feel like y'all let the Vikings hang around for no reason. But anyway, push the wild black out. Later.